When you're up against risk assessments, you'll lose because it's asking the wrong question. It's asking how much a pesticide is okay rather than what's the least pesticide use we need to undertake. I'm Mary O'Brien, and here's a story of all risk assessments. Imagine a woman is standing by an icy river. She needs to get to the other side. Well, there's one risk assessor behind her. He's a cardiologist. He says, well, she looks like she's young. The water's only cold. She'll be able to cross the river and not have a heart attack. Her chances of having a heart attack are 1 in 10 million. There's a toxicologist, someone who specializes in toxics, and says, well, she ought to cross the river. It's only water. It's not toxic. There is no problem. And the third one is an EPA bureaucrat who says, well, compared to the risks of working in a workplace with a lot of benzene or being a migrant worker in a field with pesticides, this is nothing. She ought to cross the river. Well, she says, I'm not crossing the river. And they say, oh, well, she's just a woman. She doesn't really understand the numbers. And they come and show their numbers, and they add them all up, and they say, look, your risk is 1 in 30 million that you're going to die crossing the river. You ought to cross the river. And she says, I'm not crossing the river. And they, exasperated, they say, why? And she points upstream. She says, because there's a bridge.